Hello there, Chicago Bears fans. It's your host here once again. It is Rai, and that time once again for the discussion about the Bears versus the Jacksonville Jaguars from Sunday. Yes, another loss from the Bears. Bears are now 1-5 on the season. They should have won yesterday. They should have won the week before that. Oh my gosh. They give up a 51-yard touchdown, okay? It's pathetic. The defense is garbage. I should not really say that because I'm a Bears fan, but they're awful this year, okay? A lot of guys are injured. No one to want to play for John Fox. That's just my guess. And it's awful. They had this game in the bag. They should have won this game. They blew it again. Back-to-back weeks. And speaking of the Bears, they have a short week. They have played this Thursday night in Green Bay against the frickin' cheeseheads, the Green Bay Packers. Even the Packers are struggling. They got their butt kicked yesterday against the Dallas Cowboys. But probably overall, it's going to be between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers who are going to fight for the division. The Bears are in last place again. I think Brian is doing a hell of a job taking over color. Like I mentioned in the past podcast, if you had not listened to those, check those out. Bears, hopefully they don't re-sign him. That'd be very, very stupid. He did his welcome with the Bears. He did okay. He did not take the Bears to the promised lands, and that is the Super Bowl. I'm just not fired up with the Bears this season. I don't know what's going on with the Chicago Bears. It sucks to be a Bears fan, but I'm not gonna give up on this team. I said myself, I know this sounds silly. Why can the Bears be 1-15? They could have great draft picks this coming up springtime, 2017. But I told my dad if they did that, they were screwed up anyway. Probably they will draft a water boy or some stupid. And this past Sunday, actually yesterday, my bad, one of the players was injured. Does that mean he was faking it to get a timeout and the Bears to go down the field and get a touchdown, or to make the Jacksonville Jaguars to lose all their momentum and a lot of good stuff, I don't know. And speak of injuries, I don't know if you agree with this or not, Chicago Bears fan. The number one pick, Kevin White, the best receiver in college, that time, he dominated the college. And then when he got to the Bears, he got injured. Does that mean he don't want to play for the Bears? Or is he really legit injured? We will never know, So, and he got injured not that long ago. There's no way in the heck he should come back. Bears are not going to make the playoffs. I know you're going to say, right, that's your team. You should support them until the end of the season. I do, but they play like garbage. They give up. The offense is clicking once in a blue moon. Now, Jeffrey, the Bears, the best receiver, he was complaining against the Colts. He did not get the ball that much. So, Brian trying to make it up for him yesterday. He did okay, but he did not get into the end zone. The other receiver, I forgot what his name is, he's doing way better, and he also doing way better in fantasy football than Jeffrey. So go figure, These players wants the ball. You ever heard of the saying called spread the ball? give it to other receivers. Don't be so darn selfish, Jeffrey. Just because you're the number one receiver, that doesn't mean squat, in my eyes, okay? Probably a lot of people are going to thumb down this video or podcast. Spread the ball, Well, I think yesterday he was in double coverage. Spread the ball, run the ball. But I guaranteed when Jay Cutler comes back, he's going to air it out, get picked off, pick 6. Now Brian, he throws the ball little passes like 10 yards, 20 yards. He don't go for a 50 or 65-yard bomb. Stupid. It's careless. I think Brian has more sense than Jay Cutler. I think Brian been in the league longer than Jay Cutler. Let me ask you a question, my viewer. Do you think Jay Cutler and Brian is future Hall of Famers in the NFL? No. It's sad. I don't think Bears ever had a Hall of Fame quarterback. Maybe back in the 40s, named Sick Luckman. I mentioned this in my previous podcast. Then other good stuff, I don't know what I was saying. Forget about that. Yeah, Luckman. He scored 7 touchdowns in one game. Jay Cutler never did that. No quarterback in this era ever did that for the Bears. I think the only quarterback came close. I don't know what quarterback came close. Never mind. But I don't know. It sucks. 1-5 overall, but I don't know what's their record at home. Probably garbage, and they're just awful this year. I know you're gonna say, right, they will get better. Chill. When? Yeah, when is that gonna happen? When is the Bears gonna be back in the playoffs? When is the Bears gonna dominate their division? When is the Bears gonna have a great season? When? These players they have now are not cutting the mustard. I don't know why the Bears are not making any moves. You got 2 more weeks until the trading deadline is over. I think it's up to week 8, I think. Stupid. They don't make no moves at all. I don't know. George McCaskey or the McCaskey family, they still own the part of the Bears. They're very, very, very... I don't think they know anything about football. They just want the NFL team because they can make money on that, Stupid, I love to be an owner of the Chicago Bears or some part of it. I think I could do way better than these numbskulls. I did pretty good in my video game, but that's the video game. This is legit. I'll find a way, if I was the general manager, to release some of these deadbeats or not really cutting the mustard for the Bears. Release them, make some trades, give us some picks away. I don't care. I just want to contend for a division, all that hoopla, So it's crazy, So I don't know what to tell you. It is silly, I don't know why Bears don't get a impact receiver, blockbuster running back. We have one, but we let him go because he wants too much money. Bears give him the darn money. But now he's not doing great with the Jets. Go figure. That's how it works. He wants to go to a contender. Bears have not been a contender since 06. So we've been rebuilding. Actually, Bears have been rebuilding for a long time. And I don't understand that. The tickets for the Bears are still expensive. Very stupid. Get this. My dad's friend has season tickets, right? And you still got paid for the preseason. That's all package. That's stupid. They don't even put they don't even the end zones for both end zones. They don't even decorate it for preseasons. How stupid, I think the preseason games for the NFL should be free. That anyone could attend. Because I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. The preseason games for the NFL do not mean nothing. Because all the veterans most likely will make the team. I'd be shocked if someone get cut. But that really is for the rookies to make an impact for your team. And I'm going to say this again. I know I said this before for the past podcast. Bears never ever do like a trick play, a real lateral, a fake field goal. They don't even attempt to block a field goal punt. Maybe they try it, but they fail on it. It's stupid, you know. They never ever hardly go for 2-point conversion. They're not really a risk taker like these other NFL teams, you know. I wish, well, maybe it's possible they could have a worse record in NFL, and maybe, just maybe, you know how they say worst to first, maybe next year Bears could be in first place, win the division, go to the playoffs, and go deep in the playoffs. Maybe, just maybe, get to the Super Bowl, win it, but that's just dreaming. The only way that could happen if you play any Madden games and make some blockbuster trades, get rid of your deadbeat quarterback. But who wanted him? Well, you got to probably release him, save some money, and that really pretty sums it up. But Bears need draft a young quarterback from the draft, not no free agency, because all those guys been in the league 3 or 4 or 5 years already. You know, they got a lot of games under their belt. So I don't know. I'm not really fired up for this Bears team this season, but I'm gonna watch it regardless. I have not been to a Bears game since 3 years ago already, against the Bears and the Giants. We won. Actually, the Bears won. There was a video on my Facebook wall not that long ago. Probably you guys have never seen it. So I was on a hill and did some awesome video footage, sort of. It was kind of crappy video. I don't know if anyone's seen it. I don't know if I could go back to it. Probably I can. But 1 of 5. Jeez. Well, you know what? Get this up, Bears. You're gonna be 1 of 15, and probably John Fox will get fired. The defense coach will get fired. The offense coach will get fired. Everyone will get fired. They will clean house once again. They will start over again. They don't even have a special teams guy go down the field for a touchdown or punt return. The only guy who did it for the Bears was Devin Hester, and then they give him his blockbuster money, and then that season he was a total fail, or maybe he was injured, so Bears let him go. He signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and broke the all-time punt returns. He should have done it with the Bears, but he didn't. I think he did it for Tampa to shove it down Bears' throats. But is he ever gonna be a Hall of Famer? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if he's on good terms or bad terms. So that wraps it up, and I'll do a special podcast about the Bears and Packers probably sometime. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Just look out for that. So have a good one. Thanks for listening. If you like this podcast, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll do this very, very soon and discuss about the Bears and Packers and other stuff that's going on in the NFL and other stuff I want to ramble about the Chicago Bears. Have a good one. This is your friend here, Rai, is sign off. One more thing is, go Bears. They really need some help big time.